All right, live on YouTube now. Awesome. All right, y'all. So, what's up? I ain't want nothing. I'm just hanging out with y'all, but I do have a topic in mind. As you can see, I chose to title this. Oh, snap. A little setup. I chose to title this Awakening, Upgrades, and Activation. And I really just wanted to have a chat about just some things that I have been experiencing lately and also things that I've noticed lately, as far as just different types of opportunities for you to really like step into that next level of where you want to be in life. And it's interesting because anytime that there's like some type of opportunity for you to get an upgrade or just to be, I like to say, like activated in some way, a lot of times you will experience some challenges, either like right away or shortly thereafter. And you can see it as kind of like a test, like something that will just basically provide a chance for you to like see what kind of decisions you're going to make and really figure out like if you are about that life or not. So I personally have been having my own experiences, like I mentioned in the post that I just shared tonight a few minutes ago on my Instagram page. And for me, like what's been happening is basically through a lot of self study, obviously, and inner work, and also just diving deeper into the system of human design. If you're not familiar with human design, definitely look into it because it is life changing. But basically, through all of that, I've been able to really become very aware of the fact that not only I already knew that I'm very sensitive or just able to empathize highly with other people, right? But it made me very aware of like how to understand when I am experiencing outside stuff versus my own internal stuff, if that makes sense. So it's just been very interesting the last couple of weeks because I have had this kind of feeling of like wanting to do stuff, but at the same time, just feeling like unable to really figure out where to start with things. And that's really not like me because I'm the type of person that I just, when I have a thought to do something, I just do it. And then a lot of times I'm knee deep in the situation and then I'm like, oh snap, this is a lot more involved than I saw, like before I started. But that's definitely something that I actually appreciate about myself because it helps me to be a starter. So I get started, then I'm in the midst of it and I'm like, yo, okay, this is a lot more complex or whatever than I thought. But recently it's been like I'll have ideas or I'll have an insight of like, okay, I need to do XYZ. And I've just been like letting those ideas and those insights pile up instead of taking action in the moment on them. And I know now, that that is something that I was experiencing as far as outside people, namely the collective, right? So it wasn't mine, it was y'all's. It was y'all stuff. And I mixed it up and got it confused and thought it was mine. So I do have a message for you. And the message is that if you are experiencing what I just mentioned, the guidance around that is for you to believe that you can do whatever it is that you are wanting to do or whatever insight or idea you've had. believe that you can, and then just take the next best step from there. So get started. You got to get started. And then you're just going to take one step at a time. So doing that as opposed to overthinking things and just letting things just come at you one thing after another. All of a sudden you look up, you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, and you have not done much of anything. Because it's almost like you're in a state of paralysis, right? Analysis paralysis. So the way to get out of that is to do what I just mentioned, which is take the next natural best step and get out of your headspace. This is a really golden time for you to be able to tap into what your heart is saying to you. Hey, Ash, thanks for checking in. But this is a great opportunity or a great time for you to check into, like, what are the messages that are coming from your heart space as opposed to your mind and all of the overthinking, over processing. And not only being able to be aware of what your heart wants to communicate, but speaking it. So this is a great time right now for you to really tap into the ability to speak from the heart. And particularly when it comes to like relationships. So any feelings that you're having where you have wanted to say something to someone and have just been holding back, or maybe even you've been wanting to experience more heartfelt and deeper connections with other people, this is the time to be able to do that. We are now in a time where a lot of people are starting to desire or just really want to experience more of the divine feminine energy. And the divine feminine energy is all about collaboration, connection, and community. And in order to have any of that is actually like fulfilling to you, you have to be connected to your heart. Your heart energy is what's going to help you to attract and be in alignment with the people who are really going to speak to you on a soul level. So if that's something you've been wanting and you have had the intention of manifesting something like that, now is the time to do that. And yeah, that's pretty much the message. Anytime that you, once again, are looking to elevate in some way, you probably gonna face some challenges. So just be aware of that, but don't let it hold you back from doing the things that you are feeling called to do. A lot of times you are going to need support because we're social, and we're social by design. So we're not meant to be able to just go through life by ourselves, figuring everything out alone. Like, that's not it. So you have people who can help you to understand, okay, you're at a crossroads in your life right now. You have the ability to go this way or that way. You got to make a decision. What you gonna do? And like I said, that can be something that, is not necessarily pretty when you're growing, when you are making a decision to change your life in some way. And not only that, but it could be very difficult to understand what needs to happen. Like, what do you need to do in order to get to where you're wanting to go? And that's because we can't see ourselves. You a lot of times are going to need someone to reflect back to you what it is that you are dealing with right now. And so that's what I do, is I help people to gain insight into where they are right now and how to navigate the path that they're on so that they can get where they are looking to go. All right, so I do have a call coming up. I have a client session coming up in a few minutes, but I wanted to just get on here and share that message with you, and also extend the invitation for you to discover if there is something that I can support you with, if it's in alignment for you right now, if you know that you need someone to support you in the way that I mentioned and you're looking for a coach, I am available. I have opportunities that you can take advantage of for one-on-one coaching as well as a group coaching opportunity that's going to open up later this summer. I currently have a cycle of a group right now that I'm working with, and then we'll reopen in the coming months. All right. So if that's something you're interested in doing, definitely click the link in my bio and book the discovery call with me. We will go over the different ways that I help women who are looking to make changes in their life get where they are wanting to go. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta run. It's been real sharing space with you, and I will look at coming back on soon. Peace.